What up, friends? How are you doing? Yeah, I hope all is well on your end. Um, I had a productive day today and I took mini disco naps today and got all my work done that I needed to do around the house. How you doing? So, I wasn't really paying attention to Liv or anybody in the mommy sector here. I was gonna kind of start going back to my true crime stuff and not so much the mommies because, I get kind of like I'll be watching and then I'll stop and then I'll watch. I'll go other places. So I'm gonna start concentrating on my true crime coming very soon, okay? Um, but I wanted to say a couple more things about my jazzy life and Liv's life this weekend. My jazzy life, I did notice she did make some changes on her channel and she's kind of just concentrating more on just putting out content and just keeping it up. I think she heard everybody loud and clear when they were upset with the attention that she gave one child when she normally ignores her children or doesn't go put too much effort in her other children. So I think she heard it and it was learning from it, and she's throwing a party for, I think it's Amaya. So she did hear what everybody was saying and took it and is going with it, right? Okay, so congrats, Jazzy. Jazzy, I mean, she understood the assignment. I mean, what else can I say? I'm not going to look anything past her. I'm not going to nitpick on what she did or anything like that. I'm not going to nitpick on comparing parties or anything like that. She's throwing a party for Amaya, so that's awesome. So yeah, so congrats, Jazzy. She heard everybody. She heard everybody and she's like, I got it. She even documented everything. So that's cool. So I just wanted to point that out because I hadn't said anything yet about it. And then also for Liv's life, um, she seems a bit upset, and I'm not gonna kick anyone when they're down. She seems emotionally very upset right now. And I don't know. I don't think she filmed the whole time her kids were there this weekend because this was her weekend. I know the kids, Christian missed I kept saying trophy. I don't know why I kept saying trophy. She was going back real soon after the holiday. It was a money grab. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Elizabeth. Like, this might be just for Vlogmas or maybe just to keep the peace for now. I think she probably wasn't expecting that much backlash, you know what I mean? But I was even like, I was offended. Even I was upset. I was like, I don't know. But I mean, hey, let's give her a week and we'll see what happens. For now, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, Liv's life, she's definitely going through something, but she needs to learn that she can't always have her way and things weren't always going to continue the way she was going because the way she was living and treating everybody wasn't the right way to live. Like, you can't be an ass with people and be vindictive and be controlling. You can't be like that with people and expect it just to be like that forever. It'll eventually catch up to you and you'll eventually go on a downward spiral, and it's what are you going to do with all of this that's going on? I think maybe she didn't go live on the weekend because she didn't really do anything with the kids. I'm not too sure. Maybe she did go live. No, I think she was on Instagram. But not on YouTube. Maybe she's saving that for a vlog. I don't know. But she just seems not motivated to do anything, which is understandable, right? Understandable. But she really needs to not let what people are saying get to her. I know she says she's not bothered, but it is hurtful to hear things from people on the internet. But she knows how people are. They're gonna pass judgment on everything, especially her since she acts like she knows everything. She acts like she's just Miss Perfect over there when she's not. she justifies everything that she does just because like all the bad decisions that she makes, she justifies it, as like, okay, well, like she won't, like, she did a lot, like she did so much, and the way everything turned out was because of her, her own doing. And I think maybe she's realizing that now. But she can't just go live and just start going off on, like, like she did look very bothered, even though she was saying she wasn't. Like she looked very bothered. I'm like, why are you live? Why don't you just go rest and go to sleep and recharge for the next day? Like just going off on people isn't going to do anything. Trust me, I know. I used to do that, but that didn't get me anywhere. Trust me, it didn't. Like I was kind of like throwing like a, I guess like a tantrum or something, and I was just like, so I would think I was just shocked with everything that was going on, but so I can speak on it because I did it too. But what are you going to do with everything that's happening? Are you just going to crumble up and shrivel up in a corner, or are you gonna do something? Yeah, need to yourself. Those kids love her, and she can't see through her ex. Yeah, I know. Oh, and then speaking of that, I was looking at, okay, because I'm like, she keeps on talking about Instagram and how the girls pose and stuff like that. So I went to Nisha's Instagram, and I went to go look. Oh, I'm talking about Liv's Life and My Jazzy Life. Well, right now I'm talking about Liv's Life, the YouTube channel. But she just like, I guess I would be upset too. But everything that her children were taken away from her because of not, she wasn't making the best choices, with them. And I went to go look at Nisha's page just to, for science purposes, just to see what was going on. And I mean, I would be happy that somebody wouldn't be including my kids, like if my ex were to move on and be in another relationship, like I would be happy if they found somebody that loved my children, like I wouldn't be all butthurt. I wouldn't be all, pissed off and making up accusations like, like the abuse accusations, or oh, she stole the family from her, from right underneath her. Like I wouldn't do that. Like she should be thankful that somebody does love her children and participates with her children as much, because she's very much involved. Nisha's very much involved with the children, and that's a good thing. Like, but Liv is just a sore loser over there. Like she has to be very careful around this time, because this is either you're gonna sink or swim. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna just let everybody, you know, everybody's basically looking at her, like what's gonna be her next move? Is she gonna continue to mess up, or is she gonna, like she really needs to take a look at herself and grow up, basically, because she's very immature for her age. And I think that's just a lifetime of just people yesing her to death. Every once in a while it's good to have people. I know. I know. I'm like, how does somebody steal your whole family? Like, how does that happen? I'm like, okay, Liv, sure. I'm like, that does not. That's not how it happened. But she's convinced herself, like in her mind, like it's, she once she believes it is true, like that's it. Like she believes it is true. Um, but it's just like whenever you're surrounded by a bunch of yes people, it seems like she was more of the favored child. Sometimes maybe her mom wouldn't tell her no, or maybe there was no consequences for the things that she used to do. Every once in a while, we'll get somebody that will, you know, that will show us. And I think that was Gerard. Gerard finally got his strength to get out of that situation. And that was good for him. And now he's flourishing. Now he's thriving. He looks like a whole nother person, like completely. And I think she's just bitter about that. I don't even think it's Gerard that she wants. Like, I just think it's just the whole losing up part of it. I feel like that Nisha had her hands tied. Oh yeah, like I think there's like definitely like a connection. Like Like, like sometimes you meet people and there's like like you just feel that person, and then like when you go on and try to meet somebody else, it's not quite the same. So maybe she just couldn't help it, and maybe in the meantime she was like getting herself together, getting herself situated, and then it just so happened that they ended up being back together. I don't think she stole anything from anybody. I think, Gerard just couldn't let her go because, once you have a man's heart, like once you have their heart, because, it's different like with male, like it's like I don't really know how to explain it, but like once a man is like interested in a woman and she has his heart, like he will never like he won't ever forget her. You know what I mean? So it was natural for Gerard to go back to her because that's where his heart was, But I think that Gerard felt that he probably had to stay with his mom, not with his mom, with the mom of his children, to try to keep the family together. I mean, he can't say he didn't try, but it just didn't work out. You know what I mean?